Back to WSR. We're here for round 2 out of 5 of the Summer Series Championships here on the track of Bahrain, the Sakir circuit. Our Turtle was currently the man on pole. JM in second. Good qualifying so far for him. We'll put on the tires here. Everybody's on softs except for Burnett, who set his time on mediums with the 29.94. He'll definitely be in contention for pole. Last week's race winner, Burnett, hailing from España. Alright, so who should we go on board with? I think it might be Yasso. He is not on a lap. We'll go on board with Iduns. He was making some last-minute setup changes. Wasn't sure what he wanted to do. He does a 29.3. Famina Ba returns to WSR after a long absence, as was for many of these drivers. It's an 8-month absence. He's coming back now, though, and Famina Ba, we know he's pretty quick. He's one of the quickest drivers in the world. Sets a 27.9. It beats RRL Turtle by 0.5 of a second. He is flying. So him and Silverflare are my favorites for this race. This Turtle guy looks pretty quick, and Burnett's obviously going to be pretty quick as well. I'm not sure who to go on board with. We could go on board with Cox. If we can find Cox. There's Cox going down into turn 1. Heavy braking. We'll put on the telemetry for you as well. He locked his brakes up really badly. It's going to mess up his whole lap. Gets on the throttle pedal pretty nicely through 3. Down into 4. Heavy braking. Usually 3rd gear or 4th gear. We'll see what he does. My guy might need to turn on the ABS because he's struggling like crazy. Alright, into sector 1. It's a 29.0. We'll be looking at the sector times to see what these guys can do. Obviously, might change a little bit as the session goes on as the track gets quicker. What's up, Galaxy? Galaxy Arian. We're starting Bahrain GP qualifying right here, and we got about 10 minutes left in this session. Currently aboard with Cox as he comes towards the end of Sector 2. Let's see what he can do coming up the hill. It's easy to spin your car if you hit that curb on the inside. You want to stay a bit wider through this corner. Ooh, very wide. And he's going to almost have to back out of his lap. Apparently it was a purple Sector 2, but usually that is not right. That never turns out to be right. When do signups open, Galaxy? Really whenever. I think we'll do it at the end of this game, and we'll probably try and start with like 2 weeks into the game cycle would be my guess. But it's really probably about 2 weeks after the games, after F123 comes out. We're going to start up the season, and signups will come out probably the first day that the game comes out, which is like the 16th, I think, of June. I'm just tripping out a little bit right now. I just sent out some invites for the stream. But now we can focus on some of these drivers. Camper Boa from Brazil. Let's hope he's clean. Most Brazilians are not clean, but Zudi's a pretty good driver. Let's see what Boa can do. Enter Sector 2. It's a 107.9. I'm not sure if that's particularly quick. I think you want to be in the 106s. Low 106s would be my guess. I'm going to look up the Bahrain GP circuit so I know the fucking turn names or corner numbers. As you're on board with Camper Boa. It's going to be a 29 here. Not the greatest lap. Monier to Cheeks. He's went for a little spin-a-rooney there. Going on board with Turtle. Turtle set a really nice lap of 28.4 in his first lap. Here he comes onto the back straight here at Bahrain. Turn 11 is the next turn up on this track. Turn 11, you're going to stay around in 4th or 5th gear. Use as much of that exit curb as possible, or entry curb. Ooh, as he goes for a spin. Back to Spenny, he's backed out of his lap. JM is backed out of his lap. Burnett. Is Burnett on the lap? Yes, he is. Burnett set his first time on mediums. This is 29.4, so expect him to lose at least a second as he heads through turns 9 and 10. Very easy to lock your front tire here, but Burnett takes it nice and cautiously onto the back straight. I think he runs auto gears. Just looking at his gear traces as he breaks down into turn 11. He uses much of the curb on entry on the outside there. He takes a pretty good line through 12 now and into 13. 13's a bit of a difficult corner here. You can take a lot of different lines. It's the fastest middle sector. He's up 9/10 on his lap, but he still needs to gain about another 6/10 on his previous lap. Does Burnett to take pole position here. It could be a AlphaTauri 1-2 though. if he aces up the final corner of 14 and then the flat out corner of 15. Here he comes to the line. That's a pretty good last corner there for Burnett, or second to last corner as he comes to the line. It's going to be a 28-3, and it's a provisional front row starting position for Burnett as JoJo jumps up to 4th. Going board to keep pushing here further back. Keep pushing, starting his lap. He is currently 7th place at the 29.2. A lot of time to be found for the McLaren driver, the German driver. Looks like he's running TC. He might be out of fuel though. Oh, he already finished his lap. Whoopsies. Alright, Yasso starting a lap. Full lap with Yasso. Finished P3 last race, the first race of the season in the Summer Series Championship. We'll see what he can do. Through turns 2 and turn 3, a little bit of wiggle at the rear end there. Turn 4 now. You're going to want to take this third gear and use as much of the entry curb there as possible. He decides not to use it. Accelerates 4th gear, 5th gear, 6th gear, down into turn 5. He's up 2/10 on his lap. Turn 7 now. Not the greatest run through there. He could have been quicker through that chicane, for sure. Right now, as he comes down to 9 and 10, you really need to hit up this portion of the track, right? These two corners right here, they could gain you 2/10, but they could lose you 2/10 too. A little bit squirrely on the exit there. Didn't go on the throttle pedal too well into a turn 11. You can lose about a 10th here if it's not aced, and he did a pretty good job. Probably could have had a little bit more speed carried mid-corner, but it's not a terrible lap so far for Yasso. Coming into 13 now. Apparently it's a purple middle sector, but I highly doubt that. I think this game is just fucking broken. Alright, let's see what he can do. Into the final corner with Yasso. Rudy set a 28-1. He's moved up on the first row of the grid. Second position for him. Yasso's going to get a nice toe from the Alpine here. Coming through the final corner, it's going to be P8 for Yasso. Barely improves. 4/10, but it only jumps him up 1 position. Idance is on a lap as well. We'll go on board with him. We got 5 minutes left in the session. We'll probably go on board with Spenny Pub Stub at some point too here. Dunce through turn 2 takes a really tight line at the end of 1 into 2, and it's going to cost him a little bit of time, although it did gain him some time through turn 1 probably. Turn 4 here for Dunce. Locks the front brake up. A little slow on the power there, and he's backed out of his lap already. Yeah, it just wasn't a great lap, or at least started the lap. He'll probably pit for new tires. Knack PR's up. Oh, invalidated. Oh, that's unfortunate. Stefan? Maybe Stefan's on a lap, we'll see. He's definitely not on a push lap. Is Kendrick's on a lap? Monier Cheeks? We gotta find somebody here for you guys to watch. Oh, Spenny Pub Stub. Last week's second place finisher in the Ferrari. Looking to set a pole position time here. He needs 7/10 to go to provisional pole. Through turn 2 and turn 3 he invalidates. Dumbass. What a fucking moron. Who do we go on board now? Kendricks? Purple first sector for Kendricks? I highly doubt it, but you know, weirder things have happened. Through a turn 8 there. A little bit of time lost there for sure. Turns 9 and 10. Actually wasn't terrible. A little bit just like, he's being a little cautious right now. To be fair, he hasn't set a lap time yet, so obviously he doesn't want to invalidate. He just wants a solid time that will probably get him into the top 10 would be my guess. We'll have to go on board with Find Me Now Bot at some point. He's coming through Sector 2 now, as you can see on that mini-map at the bottom of your screen. Actually, we'll be able to, oh no, that's, who is that? That's Camper Bow, I'm tripping. No, Find Me Now Bot's still in the beginning of Sector 2, my bad. Spenny might go for another lap, we'll see. Here comes Kendricks to the line though. Turn 14. Well, that was a good turn from Kendricks, good work. We'll see where it puts him. Will it put him in the top 10? No, it's not even going to be close. It's going to be a 30.3. Let's hope he has another set of tires. He might be starting another lap here. I'm not sure, bro. His ERS is still like 60%, which is kind of bizarre. Okay, is Spenny going for another lap? No, he's boxing, and his quality might be done. JM's about to start a lap here. Actually, we'll go on board with Find Me Now Bot. Find Me Now Bot. Come on, find him. Find Me Now Bot's invalidated, but he's about to start a lap, right? Yeah. I think. Maybe not. Alright, Find Me Now Bot is starting a lap. Apparently he's been on a 6-minute lap. I highly doubt that, but here he comes. The WSR Season 5 champion here, Fight Me Now Bot, or Season 6 champion here. Let's see what he can do down into turn 1. Locks the front axle. But that was pretty smooth, very aggressive through turn 2. A little bit of caution there, but it doesn't look like it's horrible. He carried a lot of speed through turn 1, but he locked the front brakes up a ton. Into 4, let's see what he can do. Third gear, second gear actually, short shifts. No, he does not short shift up in the third. Revs out those gears. Into 5, 6, and 7. It's a personal best in the first sector for Fight Me Now Bot, up 2.5 tenths somehow. He must have carried so much speed through that first corner, unlike anybody else we've seen on a lap so far. Through 8 was pretty good as well. Turns 9 and 10, he could easily lock the front axle here and run wide. But he doesn't. He misses the apex just a tiny bit, but he's still on a really good lap. Here he comes, accelerating on the back straight, down into turn 11. The McLaren, keep pushing, safely gets out of the way. As Fight Me Now Bot continues his lap, this is going to be a really good time for Fight Me Now Bot. We'll see what he's up after his second sector split. Still up 3 tenths. Through 13. Coming towards the line now. Fight Me Now Bot is going to improve on his lap. But by how much? Can he get into the mid-27s here? I think he can, as long as he doesn't mess up this last corner. Locks up another brake again. He doesn't care about locking up, but his tire's going to be fucked for the race. Here he comes to the line. It's going to be a 27.6 as he crashes on the fucking front straight. You'd be advised not to do that, but hey, it's Fight Me Now Bot. He does whatever the fuck he wants. Oh, okay. Now on board with his teammate Burnat. Or is Rody on a lap? I'm not sure. Burnat's about to start his lap here. He needs, what, 7 tenths to pass Fight Me Now Bot for pole position? It'd be difficult, but I've seen crazier things happen. Fight's just on another planet right now. But we got a lot of trick drivers here this week. Last week's second place finisher, Spenny Pub Stubbs in P7. Yasso, who finished P3 last race, he's in 9th. Starting to fill up with WSR with quick drivers again, really quick drivers. Alright, end of sector 1 here for Burnett. It's a 1/10 improvement, really a 300th improvement. Into 8. Pretty neat and tidy. See what he can do through 9 and 10. Nicely done from Burnett there. Onto the back straight. We'll see what his sector 2 split is. If it's not up by more than like 2 tenths, we'll go to Rudy to see what he can do, if he can match Fight Me Now Bot's time. I don't think Burnett's going to get pole because he's running auto gears, but he certainly could improve by a decent amount. He's only up by a tenth. We'll go on board with Rudy. He's already up a tenth through sector 1, but he runs wide at T11. In the T12 now. Oh, using that curb. That's ballsy. He's only up half 500ths. So it's not going to be pole position for Rudy, but what can it be for Burnett? Can Burnett take provisional second? No, he cannot. Loses a little bit of time in that final sector. Here comes Rudy towards the line. Can he get anywhere near Fight Me Now Bot? He's pushing to the absolute limit, but it looks like he's not gaining enough time. He does gain a little bit of time in that final sector, though. It's a 27.9, which certainly puts him in the realm to be competitive in the race. Spenny Popster has retired. Same with JoJo. Stefan goes up to P5. Knack PR, what can he do? This is going to be a pretty good lap for Knack. He goes up to P4. Let's go, Knack. Okay. Out of fucking nowhere, Knack PR puts in an absolute balls of a lap. Holy shit. Let's see what Yasso can do. Improves by a tenth. Little Devil, he's not going to improve. So this is going to be our grid for the race, guys. It's going to be Fight Me Now Bot on pole position. Not surprisingly. NL Rudy, formerly known as Seville Flair in P2, Burnett P3, Knack PR in P4, and RRO Turtle will round off the top 5. AlphaTauri has 2 cars in the top 5, which is quite interesting. See what they can do with that in the race. Well, pretty interesting qualifying session from P5 on back. It was Stefan, JoJo, Jay, Spenny Pop Stub, really disappointing qualifying for him. Yasso, Iduns, Keep Pushing, Ozanya, Little Devil, Gunna Cox, or formerly known as Cox, Money to Cheeks, Camper Boa, Kendricks, and Feather Red did not set a time in that session. Should be quite a competitive race here. Bahrain's always put on a good show, at least typically. Now I gotta get the stream link out. We gotta get some more people in the stream. If If you have anything you'd like to say before the start of the race, please say it now. Predictions, whatever. If you have some questions for me, you can post them in the chat. Alright, we got 30 seconds. Actually, 0 seconds apparently. Featherhead says he's going to crash. You know what, Fred? You better not, or I'm going to beat your ass. PewDiePie says game crashed in my last hop lap. Whoever PewDiePie is. Is that a Cox? Might be Cox. Okay. Now we wait 30 seconds. So get your popcorn, get whatever you need, any food, and sit tight, because this is going to be a good race, I'll tell you that. It's going to be a good one. Firmino Bot and Seb LaFleur always put on good shows. They're close enough. Same with Burnout and Turtle, that they could be in a DRS train for a while here. And we might actually have a fight for the win, which is pretty rare in this game, actually. Alright, we'll look at the tire choice, though. It's going to be pretty significant here. So all the top 3 start on the hards. Knack PR is going to be a fucking bullet off the line in P4, that's for sure. Turtle and Steffen went for the hards. So 5 of the guys in the top 6 went for hards, and basically the rest of the field went for mediums. Yasso, going long here in this race, goes for hards, and Kendricks with the alternate strategy as he did in Britain. He's going for the softs. Featherhead at the back going for hards, trying to just gain some data on this track. Because he said he was going to crash out, so he must be struggling a decent amount. Same with Little Devil, so both Alfa Romeos went for hards. Everybody else on mediums is doing the default strategy. And if you're on mediums and there's a safety car within the first 5 laps, you are golden, because you can go to those hards and you can take those sons of a bitches to the fucking end of the race and you'll be golden. Especially since these guys really can't pit. Right? Kendricks wants an early safety car so he can go into hards for the rest of the race after he jumps a few people at the start. What's unfortunate for Kendricks, though, is everybody else is on mediums, like in the back of the field except for Devil, so the tire delta isn't going to be as much. And the softs will fall off pretty quickly here. I'll show you what happens to them. It'll be interesting to see what happens, though, as we wait for Firmino Bot to make his way to his starting a grid position. It's probably another 40 or 50 seconds. Okay. Still got a little bit of a backed up throat, so if my commentary kind of goes to shit, that's why. Still have fucking allergies, it's annoying, but you gotta deal with it. Yeah, give me a sec. Yo, what the fuck? Firmino Bot just spun into the wall, bro. That dumbass tried to do a fucking pirouette and it didn't work. Goes like a dick fight. Alright, bro. Fight's tires are about to be fucked now. Grass and shit all over them. Rudy's about to get into his grid position. Yeah, Fight's a dumbass. Okay, let's get ready for the 5 red lights. Rudy fucked up his grid position, now he's disqualified. Alright, baby. Let's go. Featherhead's about to get into his grid position, same with Kendricks. Or it's Monier to Cheeks who fell a little bit farther back. Here he comes. As we get ready for the 5 red lights for the Bahrain GP, round 2 out of 5 in the Summer Series Championship. It's 5 red lights. And away we go! And Firmino Bot gets actually a really good start. No, he doesn't get. He gets a shocker of a start. Rudy's on his inside going down in turn 1. Burnout slots in behind. I think Rudy's going to clearly have the lead going down in turn 1, but Burnout might send it on Firmino Bot here. As further back, there's a lot of collisions and contact and 3 wide action. As through turn 1 and turn 2, Firmino Bot gets the fucking lead back from Rudy. Rudy's lost lead. Turtle's trying to make a move on Burnout going down into turn 4, but it's a pretty single foul there. As further back, Yasso and Kendrick go for a little bit of a tumble. Kendrick's strategy Did not work out. As we'll turn on the interval here through the end of Sector 1. Keep pushing, and Idunts are going side by side currently. 4 P12 in this race. Can keep pushing, stay ahead. No, it's going to be fucking Idunts who sends it around the outside. Holy shit. Through turn 6-7. He almost made the move there. Now he's going to try switchback here. Watch for the cutback. Watch for the cutback. Holy shit. What a fucking move from Dunce there. I think he's going to be able to stick it as Keep Pushing backs out of that one. Holy crap. Dunce. Balls to the wall through turn 6 and 7. As Cox is making a move on Monier de Cheeks, he might have pushed Monier de Cheeks a little bit wide. It looked like there was a little bit of contact in that battle for P11. Knack PR has lost a lot of time. He's down to P16. As further up, Cox, Keep Pushing, and Idunts are all battling. I think a brake marker board might have been destroyed there as well. We got a lot of battles here at the back of the field as Idunts is losing a ton of positions, and here comes Feather Red from P19. He's up to P14 and potentially P13. No, as here comes Knack PR. Oh, Knack's gone for a spin, and his first lap's turned into even more of a disaster. His Little Devil goes for He's missed the corner, and he's apparently gained 5 seconds. Well, that's unfortunate. Knack PR, he's got damage as well, so I think he has. I'm not sure. 6/10 gap between Fight Me Now Bot and Rudy at the end of lap 1. Burnett 1 second back, with Turtle and all these other guys starting to form a little bit of a DRS train, potentially in a few laps behind them. Keep Pushing, making a move on Cox down into turn 1. Cox has gotten forced out wide by Keep Pushing, and oh, he made the fatal mistake of not realizing that corner was going to be it was a really acute angle for Cox, to be fair. And contact was really inevitable if Cox didn't back out of that one. Which can be kind of difficult as, oh, Monier de Cheeks. Not a great way to start back your WSR career after, what, it's been like 9 months? The back, compared to last week. Which is kind of surprising, but it's entertaining. I'd rather have a few wrecks than no wrecks, right? Because, like, then it's just, like, boring. As Cox will provide us action. Here comes Cox down the inside of JoJo. He makes the move for P13. JoJo's going to come back at him, though. DRS, or ERS activated for JoJo as they head down the back straight, side by side. And JoJo's backed out of the one. Gonna in P13. Monier de Cheeks spins for the 10th time. Rough race for him. I'll tell you that much. All right, Rudy, 5/10 back. He's closed a little bit on finding out bot this lap. Fastest lap of 32.5 on the hards. They're still flying away from those guys. Burnout's struggling a little bit. Tim and Turtle. So, like, Spenny needs to pounce here. Same with Jay, because you guys are on mediums. These guys are on hards. You're going to be quicker for the first 6 or 7 laps of the stint, right? You have to get ahead of them. You have to get track positions so that when your tires start to fall off, you can hold them up a little bit, right? Jay, use some of that battery. Keep around 40 or 50% so you can defend when these guys are quicker than you, but you got to use some of it. You can't sit around like a little bitch. Okay, make a fucking move. As Rudy, he's lost a little bit of time here. Fight Me Now Bot's really pushing this lap, it looks like. We'll look at the ERS levels here between these two really quick. Fight Me Now Bot is dumping the tank. He wants to get out of that DRS range. Rudy used a little bit there too. So he should be able to stay. And now he's going to get the DRS, and he should be good. But he's got to use some ERS to stay within that 1 second limit. That's for sure. Or else he's going to be fucked. Like, Rudy's not getting the win if he doesn't. Turtle's closing up to the back of Burnout. He's already losing a ton of time to the top two. Which isn't surprising in the slightest. Those top two are on a different level in this game, that's for sure. Going board with Turtle. We got Jay pretty close as well. I told you, Jay has to make a move this lap or else he's not going to make a move, realistically. In the next 2 or 3 laps especially. He has to get by one of these guys. If he passes Turtle this lap, he can pass Burnout easily the next lap. As he sends it into the fucking final corner, Jay's putting the balls to the wall. He's trying to make a move. He ain't a pussy out here. He wants to make a move. Turtle in the slipstream of Burnout into turn 1. He's going to make a move here on the brakes. He's going to try and hang it on the inside. Yes, he is. Through turn 3 they go. Really close battling between these two. As here comes Jay. Jay needs to pounce. Come on, Jay, make a fucking move. Oh, he's getting squeezed. It's going to be 3 wide into the braking zone. Yes, it is. I think it was. And Jay's going to hang around the outside of Burnout there at turn 4. Holy shit, this is crazy. Come on, Jay. Hey, keep your foot in it. Keep your foot in it. Yeah, baby, come on. Woo! I told you, Jay's a fucking boss. He listened to what I said. And he makes the move, and now he's past these two guys on the medium compound tires as Kendricks goes for a little bit of spin there near the back. not going to be as quick as him. Oh, yes, Turtle makes contact. That's going to help Jay out even more. And Burnett goes flying down the grid, and Turtle just messed up his braking point there at turn 9 and turn 10, and it's cost Burnett at least 5 positions and at least 4 or 5 seconds in this race. And it's indirectly helped out his teammate, Spenny Pupstop, who will easily be able to make a DRS overtake here on the main straight. Look at Spenny cleaning up after everybody else's mistakes. Jay's sort of closing in on our leaders. NLR Rudy's dropped the gap between him and Firmino Bot to 7/10. Now it has gone within the 1 second barrier. As we're on board with Spenny, who might be a bit cautious with Turtle after that collision that he saw right in front of him happen a little bit ago. Spenny set a 34.3 that lap as he's in the slipstream of his teammate. Going down to the turn one, it's going to be side by side. Spenny late on the brakes. Turtle's going to try the switchback as Spenny goes a little bit too deep. And they're going to be side by side. Into turn 2 and turn 3. I think Spenny's gotten the move done. Unless Turtle can make a challenge here into turn 4. No, he will not be able to do so. Further back, Idun's about to pass, keep pushing here. Or no, he isn't. Apparently he's lost a lot of time through turn 2. And Further Red's closing up as well. Back up to Rudy. 6/10 gap between him and the AlphaTauri. A Fight Me Now bot in this race. Through turn 9 and turn 10. Up into 4th gear, he's short shifting a little bit, which is usually what I do as well. Rudy taking a play from my book. 6/10 gap. Seems like he's Fight Me Now bot is really good in these braking zones. Right? And Rudy's just a bit slower. But as long as he can stay within the DRS, anything can happen. Because Fight used to be Fight used to be very prone to spins. Correct? So that was on a different game, of course, but I haven't seen on this game if Fight's improved its consistency at all. It's a 7/10 gap right now, basically. But Rudy aced up that final corner. He almost did. Oh, he's picked up a time penalty on lap 5. Oh no, Rudy. You might have just set yourself up for failure there, buddy. Not even gonna cap. Turtle staying within the DRS of Spenny. Same with Stephanie, staying within the DRS of Ozania Laz. And Burnett's about to make a move on Camper Boa, the Brazilian, down into turn 1. Here he goes. Boa's going to try the cutback. Beginning on the power, he might be able to make a move down into turn 4. Meanwhile, keep pushing, and Idons are going side by side, and Fred the Red might get in on this fight as well. Here comes Fred the Red. He's going to fly past Idons, who's out of ERS. His red light's flashing. Dude needs some food, man. Idons he's struggling. He's about to die. But no, he's going to make the move. A little switchback action on Fred the Red. Oh, now Dunce. Oh, he fucking hit that curb. Oh, no. Fred, what the fuck happened to Fred? There's no way Fred might have spun as a result of that contact, but it wasn't directly as a result. It was indirectly, because I guarantee what happened was Fred ran wide, he got on the curb, and he spun off the curb.
Spanish speaking.
Dunce, 5 tenths back. Meanwhile, Gunnar Cox is about 3 tenths back from Dunce. Spenny Pup Stub's taking out another 3 tenths on this lap compared to Jay. Jay looks like he's starting to struggle maybe with tire wear, tire temps, something like that. Maybe he's just not as confident in the car on higher deck. But he's certainly losing some time, and Turtle's coming along for the ride as well. With Burnout slowly starting to catch up as well. We have about 2/3 of this race left, and it looks like it's going to be quite an interesting battle for P3. And then we're going to have some solid battles through the rest of the field. It's JoJo, second DNF of the season. He's had an unfortunate start, that's for sure. Compared to the beginning of season 7, he was actually quite competitive. He's near the top. As Dunce is going to make a move down into T11, keep pushing, squeezes him out, and here comes Gunnar Cox. Not gonna be able to make a move. Oh shit, is that fucking car gonna come out on track? It is. Of course it is. This game sucks, dick. Oh, good. If that car came out on track, like, if it stayed on track there, that would have been chaotic. As here comes Turtle. Nice little move. Down the inside, no. He might wait for turn 4. He might just, like... If I was Turtle, I might honestly just sit it. As long as Spenny's quick enough, I might just sit behind him and... like, even way past the pit stop phases to pass him. Because, like, you're easily going to get by these two. You're gaining time on Burnout right now because Burnout's getting that A to DRS like you are. And as long as you don't, like, spin or anything, a P3 is pretty much locked up, you'd think. I mean, a lot could happen with safety cars, but, like, he should be feeling pretty good. He'd be kind of screwed if a safety car came out right now, but here comes Dunce. Really pushing to get by, keep pushing. Down the inside he goes, that turn 8. Oh, that was a half-hearted lunge, and those types of lunges always end bad, because you gotta fucking send it when you're that far back, or you just gotta wait, because if you half-dick it around, the dude's not gonna leave you room. I don't think keep pushing had to. Maybe just a little bit more room so Dunce wouldn't spin. But, like, in that situation, like, I mean, it's quite tight. It's a fine line between wrecking and having a really good battle. And Dunce, obviously, Spenny's spinning. So what I just mentioned, like a lap previously about Turtle just staying behind, it was a good decision, because if he started a battle there, he would have lost like another second to Jay, and he's already catching right now, so he's in a pretty good spot. I think Burnout has a chance of catching up. He just has to put in some really nice laps now that Turtle doesn't have DRS anymore. As Stefan and Ozan were battling there for P6, which would be provisional, I think, P8. Looks like Stefan's gone by, but these two have been quite competitive on pace low race. So it'll be interesting to see what happens between these two. Seems like they're kind of having their own mini fight. And then Camper Boa, he's just been kind of stuck, like a few tenths behind these guys for this whole stint. As Kendrick leaves. Not sure if he's having like tire issues again. Did he pit? He did pit, so maybe he's just having issues. I don't know. Who knows? He was having really bad controller issues last week. Fred the Red's closing up the Dunce. Alright, sorry about that. I had to... Dunce? Oh, no, Fred! Ah, shit, Fred. Come on. That's an amateur spin. No, at least he's within his pit window, right? Fuck, he isn't. He's on hards. Oh, shit, he's fucked. Well, rip Bozo. Alright, I'm back up to Rudy. 1.8 back. He's closing back up the gap. Fight Me Not Bot had like 2 stonker laps that were insanely quick. Maybe Rudy made a mistake. But like Rudy's already fucked himself because he picked up that time penalty, which I don't think is going to get removed at this point. So he's kind of screwed. Man, we have no. Are you kidding me? We have no battles right now. What the frick is going on, guys? I guess we're kind of in that in-between phase where we're waiting for some of these guys to pit, right? It's like nobody on the same strategy was really that close. Actually, we got Dunce pretty close to keep pushing. 410's back. Dunce is gonna be on cold tires though, but he should be able to catch back up. So Ozan got passed by Stefan because he was on old mediums. Jay's pit, same with Spenny. Spenny lost a little bit of time to Jay, but Jay's going to be on the cold tires now. Meanwhile, Gunnacox and Camper Boa have not pit yet in this race. They're in P6 and P7 respectively. We'll see if Duns can catch up. What can he do? And Kendrick still hasn't rejoined. Like the last position of the remaining drivers. And meanwhile, Rudy's just lost a lot of time on that last lap to find me out. We might take a look at those times. Yeah, we could do it right now, actually. Oh, yeah, next about to pass an AI. So let's just look. Like, Fight's averaging around a 32.3 to 32.5. Right, Rudy's doing the same. It's interesting. Like, where did Fight pull like a crazy time out of his ass? It's 32.4. I guess Rudy's just having bad laps occasionally, and he's just losing a ton of time. He's lost more time this lap as well, another second. Yeah, so poor Rudy. If I were Rudy, I might just do a two-stop here, just for fun. Do like hard, medium, soft. Be quite funny to watch. I think he could still get a podium. So at this point, maybe even Fight Me Now bots. These two shits and giggles. Imagine if they could win like on a two-stop here, because that's a 20-second pit delta. It's a long pit delta. There are literally no battles. I don't think I've ever had this happen before. So if anybody's still watching that's not a racer, like, give me something to talk about, because right now, like, we could talk about next season, past seasons, whatever. But like, it's kind of getting boring. At least we got a battle here between Fred and Devil that I think could be brewing. Ooh, we got a battle here, actually. Side through turn 10. Here comes Keep Pushing in the slipstream. He's going to make a move on the Brazilian driver down in the T11. No, he's not. But he is going to make the move. He squeezes through on the inside. Nice move from Keep Pushing there. Promotes himself to P11 as Camper Boa is on his first lap on those hard compound tires, and he's just struggling for grip. As Fred the Red makes a move on his teammate Little Devil down into turn 11. Little Devil's going to have to pit pretty soon. Probably should have put on the hards, to be honest, in case the safety car came out. I don't know. He had a rough first lap, had a pit. He's kind of been on his own the whole race, but respect to him. Rudy, starting to gain time on Fight Me Now bot again. He did the same thing to us. Like, he had like 5 or 6 laps where he chewed back a second. And then he just blows it the next 2 laps and loses 2 seconds. Like, come on, bro. I want to see a battle between you guys. Be really entertaining. As Rudy's only down a 10th on his personal best. He's flying this lap. And he's only gained 3/10. Like, Fight Me Now bot is an extremely good driver. Same with Rudy. But Fight's just got that another level to him where, like, he can just pump in a lap or 2 and just, like, blast Rudy out of the park. Pretty much. Rudy's going to pit. He's going to try and get the undercut here on Fight. And we'll see where it promotes him back into this race. Let's go back to this battle real quick as well. Because something could be brewing here. Something could be cooking. It was Cox! Cox loses it! That's not going to be good for his race. I think Cox might slide his way into the pit lane here. Yep, Cox is boxing for fresh hards. Oh, Spenny. It's closed up to Jay's. Here comes Turtle. Damn. Good job, Turtle. That was impressive. He's overcut the pair of them. Even though Jay and Spenny were on fresh, hard compound tires compared to Turtle's slightly older tires. As Cox has retired in the pit lane. His race went from bad to worse to even worse to fucking horrific. As Jay sets a personal best first sector, but He's behind Turtle now. Devil's sped in the pit lane. His races went from bad to worse. See if Jay can make a move though on Turtle here. Turtle looks like he has pretty good race pace, but he just blew turn 10. And here comes Jay right up his ass. Can he make the move? He's activating the slipstream. He's activating the DRS. He's activating the ERS. He just can't find a way by. Turtle's got really good straight line speed, but Jay's still quite close. Spenny's about to drop out of this DRS window in this battle for a provisional podium. Turtle's about to pull away though if Jay can't make the move on this lap. But if Jay can pass him, then maybe Spenny can pass Turtle as well. But Turtle's using up a decent amount of ERS as well. Yeah. It's back up. Yep. You're right, Mej. Mej, P3 was like yours, man. Like every race you'd get Mr. Consistent. But like never anything better, never anything worse. Like JoJo had P2 locked up most of the time, and then you'd have like P3. Every race. You know what has Civil Flare? This is Civil Flare, right? I know Rudy. Like, he's as quick as Fight, but then Fight will just pull out like a crazy lap out of his ass and gain half a second after he's chewed back a little bit of time. Like, it's crazy. Like, Fight, I don't think Fight's trying right now. And he's still whooping everybody's ass. Meanwhile, the guys down the rest of the field are definitely trying like crazy, and like they're still like a second a lap off. Like the gap between P1 and P3 at the end of this race is going to be like 15 seconds probably. At least that'd be my guess. It's going to be about 10 right now. This Devil's out of spin. Or no, it's Fred the... Ooh. Iduns. Move at turn 8. That's interesting. Can Camper Boa make us a little bit of a cutback move here? Mac Cars just made a move. Oh, his Camper Boa's going on to the fucking rough. That's not where you want to be. Can Ozan get back at Knack PR, who's just passed him? Ozan's on fresher tires, but he's losing way too much time. Knack's pretty quick. He qualified P4. Then he had a shitter of a race start, dropped him down to the back of the grid. He had another spin at some point, too. It was Ozan. Yo, my boy was just tweaking there. My boy was tweaking. And he is out. Bro's game definitely crashed. I mean, just look at the way he fucking went offline there. Just bizarre. If I mean about one for softs, holy shit, he's gonna be quick. But was that a bad move? Can Fight Me Not Bother make it to the end, guys? I think he can, right? But, like, is Rudy close enough to make a move? Like, obviously, the fight's gonna be flying for the first few laps, but, like... Yeah, nice, nice track extension there. You guys let me know. Can Sauce do 12 laps? I don't think they can. Or at least they're going to be like shit. Rudy will be good on his mediums. Like, Fight has to lose 7 seconds in race time, though, at least. Right, because Rudy could pick up another time penalty. Meanwhile, Jay, he's kind of falling off Turtle now. Spenny's dropped back a ton. He can't keep up. Burnett will close up to these guys. Turtle just had excellent pace at the end of his stint, though, to be fair. It was really quite impressive. You got Stefan in the next pack of cars. Keep pushing. Stefan's going to have a really boring race. His Ozan kind of just dipped. Fight's not really gaining time on Rudy yet, but he might be going for a push lap here. We'll see. Watch him. He's going to be up like half a second on his personal best. Barely, actually, at all. Come on, let's see what he can do. Just watch a lap with Fight Me Not Bother. Watch the apex hits. Watch the fucking throttle pedal. Watch the braking. Watch everything. This is how you become an elite driver. Just watch and observe. He's pushing. You can tell. He's getting 7 tenths on Seville Flare this lap. ERS through fucking turn 12. That's crazy. Alright, he's gonna be out 7 tenths. Woo! It was, yeah, that was the order. As Rudy just picked up. Rudy just conked himself. Even if like fight has a puncher now, like Rudy has to gain 11 seconds. Yes, we will. I think we're gonna do a Saturday and Sunday tier, kind of like how we did it on 2021, and then 2022 we had the Friday tier, which is kind of pointless. Rudy just gave up on his life there, bro. He's like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Like, actually. Yeah, we're gonna do a league. And I'm gonna be in college now, so I have more free time. I'm not gonna be able to commentate the whole race with you guys. We're gonna have to find a commentator. But like, I should be able to do a lot of the videos and shit. Obviously I'm gonna go with friends and do shit, but it's not gonna be as like, I'm gonna have more time than I did with in the high school. So I should be able to do a lot of shit for the league. And hopefully I actually like get a core group of people around me that can help. Because like last time I kind of just like did all the shit on my own. Like I could have had help, but I was just a dickhead about it. But now, Fight Me Now Bot's gonna pit. He can do a 3-stop and still win, right? Like that ass. I think he could win with 3-stop. It's insane to think about, but like he's just that guy right now. Idon's. Yeah, we'll have a Sunday tier for sure. Ooh, Idon's turn 8. Gotta make the move and keep pushing. You just made a mistake. Keep pushing. Gonna try a little bit of a cutback. We'll see what he can do. Oh my gosh, Idon's flew off that corner. As here they go down the back straight. Keep pushing's gonna be too far back. Jay's still within the 1 second window of Turtle. I don't think the idea I get. Like Turtle pushed like crazy that stint in the middle of the race where he overcut both him and Jay. But now like, Turtle's not that quick anymore, which makes no sense. Ooh, somebody's had an incident. Camper Boa. Just another amateur spin at turn 12. Probably got Spenny here. Can he make the move down into turn 4? He's gonna go lay on the brakes. Thought about it for sure. But Spenny gets a shocker of an exit and through turn 4 into turn 5. Burnout's getting really close on those fresh, medium compound tires. Oh, Spenny makes a mistake here. Here comes Burnout around the outside. Is he going to do the cutback? No, he's just going to hang it around the outside of Spenny. Just didn't have enough grip. And they made a little bit of contact, but it was mostly clean. And Burnout's gone up into P4. And now he can set his sights on Turtle. And Jay. Keep pushing. 6/10 back from double Idons. Losing a little bit of time though. Nack's starting to catch up to this pack. Same at the Asses. So we're going to have some decent battles here near the end of this race. As Fred the Red's gone for the 20th spin in this race. He told us he's going to struggle, and he definitely has. We got some battles developing, right? Yasso, he's going to catch up to Nack. Nack's going to catch up to these 6. Meanwhile, Spenny catch up to Jay? I don't know, but we're going to have a really good battle in the midfield here, bro, for P7. It's coming, man, I tell you. This is going to be interesting. Just have to wait a little bit. Do I have the patience to wait, though? Not really. So far. I'm not going to lie. First 10 laps. Whew. Really good action. But then it's kind of spaced itself out. It kind of reminds me of a lot of the races we had at the beginning of WSR Season 7 before I quit. Where it was like, there was some really good action, right? But like, it kind of just died out as the race went on. And I'm not sure if that's because like, there's no safety cars. It's probably part of the reason, but no safety cars. Not a lot of like spins from the top guys. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like just like Fight Me Now Bots 2OP and fucking NLR Rudy just gave up on his life. Yeah, a fight would still win though. Like, you know what a fight should do at the beginning of the race? He should just box for intermediates the first lap. And then just do his normal strategy the rest of the way. Or maybe like middle of the race, right? He started mediums, he boxes, enters for the 1 lap, and then he goes to hards for the rest of the race, the next lap. Like just something like that to mess with the rest of the field a little bit. Because I tell you, like, if Rudy wasn't here, Fight could do that, where he just, like, boxes sprinters for one lap, and he could win the race. Like, he's that batshit insane. Yasso's out of spin, so that kind of destroys any chance of Yasso becoming a potential threat at the end of this race to that battle for P7. Meanwhile, Jay's still really close. Now, could Fight get a puncture here, do you think? 5-lap old tires. Still 7 more laps to go, or is he going to box again? Yasso's on another spin. I bet you Yasso pits or retires this lap. We'll have to see what happens, though. But, yeah, Jay's just dropped out of the DRS. Fight could definitely just collapse and get a puncture. It'd be quite funny. But, like, could Fight win with, like, 3 wheels? Yeah, Yasso retired. I told you. Probably. He'd be like Hamilton at Bryn that one year. Right, where he won on 3 wheels. Because he has that much of a gap. As here comes Dak PR. Is he going to send it at 8? No, he's not. He's going to wait, and he's going to get a better exit. Here he comes. Around the outside. Here he goes. Oh, he makes the move. You know what's crazy? You know, Little Devil, if there's one more retirement, Little Devil could get a point here. Because Kendricks and Ozan have disconnected. Kimperboa, Devil, and Fred the Red are still in the race. So, like, battle for that final point is quite interesting. Yeah, Bahrain is usually quite bad on the tires. And, like, I've seen it before, like, with mediums, like 19, 20 laps, they just explode. Sauce for 12 laps? Unless he's really cautious, there's no way he makes it. Like, I don't get why he just wouldn't pit at this point. But, like, Fight does goofy shit sometimes. So, we'll have to see. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait a few laps, though, because, like, most of this race is kind of dead. Mac's about to catch Idots, though. I'm not sure what we need. If we need quicker drivers or more midfield drivers. Probably need to find a guy that can literally, like, legit just compete with Bot. Like, somebody could actually challenge him. I think in a season-long championship fight, I probably could. Like, I'm not as quick as him, but I'd be consistent as fuck and probably get a P2 every race. But as far as, like, overall, like, pace, there's not... Maybe Slippery Cucumber would be the one guy I could talk to. But it's been a while. Because Fight is on, like, levels of McSendit pace. If anybody knows who McSendit was. I'm finishing my chocolate bar. McSendit, he qualified... Did he qualify for the F1... He qualified for one of the esports. Out of his region. SGL F1, I know that. Top 10 in the things for the F1 esports thing on PS4. Like, Fight's near that territory at this point. He's that quick, that big of a sweat. And he just pit as well. So any threat of him blowing up his tires obviously isn't going to matter anymore. And he's about to win this race by like 10 seconds still. But at least it's going to make it interesting. Imagine if he got a safety car right now. Come on. Fred, you know you want to do it. Don't do it because I'd kick your ass, but you know you want to do it. Alright, now we wait. Burnout's going to catch Jay here, too. Actually, yeah, he really isn't beginning time on Turtle. If it wasn't for that one spin caused by Turtle, Burnout would have a really good chance of winning this. But Turtle might get a penalty for that, to be honest. Depends on what Burnout wants to do with the report. Turtle kind of just ran through him and didn't give him the time back. But now, But's down to 3.1 seconds. Fastest last sector for the Brit. We'll turn out the tires now. It doesn't really matter anymore. And we'll see what he can do. He needs to get by Jay on the straightaway. And he's going to do so. Jay's not going to defend. Here comes Fight Me Not Bot down the inside of turn 4. He's going to get nice traction off the exit of turn 4. And he's pulling alongside, and he is ahead of the Williams and up into P2. Fight Me Not Bot. 2.5 seconds off of our leader, RRL Turtle. Meanwhile, NAC PR down to an 8/10 gap here between him and Idons. And NAC PR is slowly but methodically charged through this midfield. He started around P18 or P16 in this midfield, and now he's up in the P8, benefiting off of other people's mistakes and just generally being quicker than most of these guys. Now PR has a real chance of P7 in this race. Here he comes. Maybe the back straight could be a potential overtaking opportunity, but it doesn't look like it. He might just have to wait until the front straight. This Fight Me Not Bot continues to close in on Turtle, but not as much as you'd expect. Turtle still has a really good chance of maybe pulling this one out, because Fight's tires will start to fall off by the end of the last lap. But if Fight gets ahead before that last lap, he's going to be kind of screwed. I can see Reaper. Yeah, Reaper, he's going to be racing with us. I'm not sure if he'll race with us on F1 2022, but he's going to be back for F1 2023. He is almost as quick as Fight, but like, it depends on the game, right? Because this game, Fight's just above all these guys. Like, we had Ecos Verstappen, WSR Professional, AA Mej, Captain Jordan DHL, Fight Me Not Bot was quicker than all of them, even like Civil Flare. I think the one like North American person that could compete against them, as I mentioned, was Slippery Cucumber. Like, every race, like, they could be competitive. Like, Steph can be competitive at some tracks, but like today he was just like slightly too slow. As here comes Knack around the outside. Reaper is definitely almost on that level. As, oh my gosh, Burnett sent it apparently into turn 8. And he's battling with Jay for the final podium position. Here he comes. Get a little bit of cutback here. Might be able to, and as they go into this back straight, Burnett just lost a little bit of too much time. Jay needs to save that ERS now. Don't defend. That was really stupid. There was no reason to defend there. It's Fight Me Not Bot's gone into the DRS as well. He just clawed back tons of time. Wow. That's crazy. As here comes Burnett. Into the final corner. Fight Me Not Bot. We have 2 laps remaining. Fight needs to make the move this lap, or else he could be kind of cucked here. As does Turtle have more ERS? Not really. Here comes Fight Me Not Bot in the slipstream of the Ferrari driver, heading down into turn 1. Can he make the move this lap on Turtle? No, he's not going to. He's not going to send it. But he's really quick in sector 2 as Burnett makes the move on Jay in the straight line. He's ahead for P3. Here comes Fight Me Not Bot. He's right in the back of RRL Turtle, heading down into turn 4. He activates the ERS, but he can't make the move. Both of these guys are out of ERS. Turtle gets a pretty decent run there. Here comes Fight Me Not Bot. He's really close to making a move into turn 5, but he can't do it as we head down the hill through 6 and 7. Fight Me Not Bot. It could be getting. He could be picking up some desperation here, because the softs, they're gonna become slower each and every lap, and the performance delta between these two is gonna close up. And if Fight makes a mistake, he could lose the win. But here he comes down the inside into turn 9. He sends it, and now he's gonna have the DRS as well. Turtle's gonna try and hang around the outside, but I think it's gonna be all for nothing. As they go side by side, down into 11 they go. Turtle's going to be on the outside. He has the advantage. He goes late on the brakes. Fight Me Not Bot's going to squeeze him a tiny bit as they go up the hill. Turtle's still holding it, and Fight Me Not Bot gets ahead. But now, can Turtle stay within a half a second to potentially make a move down into turn 1? He's going to be pushing to the absolute limit here. 3/10 is the gap. He's activating some of his ERS. Both of these guys are out of ERS. They have 6%. Both of them do. 3/10 is the gap heading into the final quarter. Turtle has a really nice straight line setup. 4/10. Oh, he loses the rear a little bit, and that might have just sealed the win for Fight Me Not Bot, but he's going to get the slipstream. Will Turtle make a desperation move into the first corner? 3/10 back, 2/10 back. He's going to send it. No, he's not. And I think that's the moment where Fight Me Not Bot might have just secured this win, is now off at turn 2. Those fresher tires are doing wonders for Fight Me Not Bot. He will take the win in this race, barring any mistakes. Is JM is out of fuel. He's out of gas. Oh my gosh. No, Jay. No. He's off by over a lap. I was wondering why he was losing so much time to Burnett, but now that explains why. He didn't save enough fuel, and he's going to fall off potentially out of the points here. I don't think he will. because Ozan and Kendricks are disconnected, so he should still be good. It's gonna be close between him and Fred the Red for the last point. Wow. Made it past. I don't. Easy scenes on the last few laps. What the fuck is going on? Stefan's gonna pick up a post. As Jay continues to lose time, Inuts has jumped him. Little Devil's up in a P11. To be fair, Little Devil's had a shit of a race, but he's still gonna get points. He'll finish P10. That's insane. He might finish P9 because JM's only coming through Sector 2 now. As we head back up to our leaders. It's going to be the win. And his return to WSR. What an excellent result for him. Turtle. He's going to let Burnett by at the line due to that contact they had earlier in the race. Burnett finishes P2. It's an AlphaTauri 1-2 finish. Turtle finishes P3. Stefan. He's going to come across the line. It looks like 4P4 in this race. Good result for Stefan in his debut race in the BSR. Spenny, just a shit of a race for him, unfortunately. He's going to finish P5, just ahead of Knack PR. Actually, Knack PR is going to finish in the top 5. What a great turn of events for Knack. As Idunce and keep pushing, we're side by side. No, Idunce has run out of fuel as well. And he's got a 10-second time penalty for track limits. Which may mean, no, Jay's not going to jump him anyway, so it doesn't matter. But here comes Jay, around the final corner. Surprised he made it to the line with how little fuel he had left, but he does. He's going to finish P9. Wow. Good race, guys. Give it up to you guys, for the guys who stayed. A little double. Bravo. My brother's going to get a point. And he hasn't seen any action in the past 20 minutes. Here he comes. Little Devil to pick up the final point in this race. And Fred the Red as well. Fred the Red's out of fuel. And Kendricks is as well. They're all out of fuel. Fred the Red's going for a little bit of a spin. I think he has a puncture as well. He has no fuel and he has a puncture and he's frozen. He's just stuck. Wow. That's insane. So effectively he's blowing out the tires. He's 11 lap old soft, so yeah, Mesh was right about the tires blowing out and finding out about if he stayed on any longer. Further has to retire because he can't finish, and that's just an awful way to finish your race if I'm being honest. Well, that was something, guys. What up, we're gonna join the party if there's anybody left. Hello? Anybody still here? What a fucking wacky end of that race. I think half the field ran out of fuel. That makes sense. It wasn't enough damage. Oh, really? Sometimes you have to set it though, like, yes, I want my front wing changed when I pit. Yeah. Well, you still got a point though, because the guy ahead of you, he disconnected, so you got a point. That's nice. No, so like, Femino Bot, you dominated, obviously. Burnett got spun by Turtle, but Turtle gave it back at the end of the last lap, which is nice. Stefan, P4, I don't know how he did that. Knack, P5. Spenny, keep pushing. Dunce, Jay. Jay fucked it up. He ran out of fuel. Same with Dunce. And then Spenny spun. And then you got Little Devil. Fred the Red couldn't finish the race because he got a puncture and then he ran out of fuel as well. Kieprboa, Yasso, Rudy, Gunnar Cox, and Jojo. Anyway, that was a pretty good race, guys. Well, right, we'll be back tomorrow for Portugal at the same time. Should be quite entertaining. Thank you all to who, yeah. Thank you to everybody who turned in to watch the stream. We actually had a pretty good turnout on the stream. We had, I think, concurrently like 15 people watching at once at one point, which isn't bad considering we've been out for like 8 months. Yeah. So, see you guys next week, or tomorrow actually, tomorrow for the Portuguese GP. Have a good one. Okay.